Okay, let's unpack this. Welcome to today's deep dive. You know, when you make a playlist for a road trip where every song kind of sets a completely different mood,
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
well, imagine an entire country functioning like that playlist. Like the venues aren't your typical stadiums, but they're ancient imperial city squares and literal desert oases.
That's a great way to look at it, actually.
Right. And today, our mission is to explore this fascinating text we have detailing Morocco's vibrant year-round festival circuit. We really want to figure out how you can navigate this massive calendar and, step inside its living history.
Yeah, and when you look at the source documents, they kind of split this whole cultural landscape into two very different tiers. So on the surface, you have the global headliners, right?
Like the really big, heavily advertised ones.
Exactly, like the Mawazine Festival in Rabat, or the Gnaoua Festival in Essaouira, or Tanjaz. I mean, these draw massive international crowds. They operate mechanically like the huge music festivals you would see, well, anywhere in the world.
So those are basically the arena rock bands of the playlist.
Yeah, exactly. That's a perfect analogy.
Okay, that makes sense. But the sources also keep highlighting this much deeper, older layer of gatherings called Moussems.
Right, and the
Yeah,
Moussems.
the text points to the Tantan Moussem, the Festival of Roses in Kilat Maguna, and the Dates Festival in Erfoud. And honestly, I mean, an agricultural festival for dates sounds a bit, I don't know, dry compared to a sprawling international jazz concert.
I get why you'd think that. But what's fascinating here is how these museums actually function beneath the surface. I mean, they aren't just concerts put on for tourists.
Okay, so what are they?
Mechanically, a museum is a vital historical anchor. So centuries ago, before modern infrastructure, you had these nomadic tribes and rural communities, right? And they needed a guaranteed time and place to trade goods, celebrate harvests, and just, maintain social ties.
So it's very practical. It wasn't just a party.
It's very practical. The Dates Festival isn't just about eating fruit. It is literally the economic backbone of the region. It's where farmers secure their yearly income and locals preserve these hyper-specific agricultural techniques. They basically act as living archives.
Wow. But wait, if these are centuries old, highly localized economic ecosystems, why invite outsiders at all? Like, wouldn't dropping a bunch of tourists with cameras into a rural date harvest completely disrupt the authenticity of that tradition?
Well, that tension is actually the core of the issue. The source document argues that without participation and visibility, these traditions risk fading away entirely.
Oh, because the younger generations are moving away.
Exactly, moving to urban centers. So the survival of a Muslim today relies heavily on turning passive observers into active participants. They need people who understand the cultural weight of the event and, contribute to the local economy.
Right. So what does this all mean for you listening to this deep dive? Because finding a massive jazz festival in Tangier is incredibly easy. But finding a highly localized, seasonal agricultural gathering in the desert feels logistically impossible for a standard traveler.
Right, which is exactly where the source introduces a platform called Liqae. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, Lake functions as a kind of cultural logistics engine.
A logistics engine.
Yeah, so instead of just a generic travel brochure, it maps out these offline, hard-to-find living archives. It empowers you to actively discover these specific festivals.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah, you can use it to organize outings with friends or family, and then share your experiences with a network of other culture and travel enthusiasts. It makes Morocco's living history highly accessible.
So it completely solves the friction of access. It takes the intimidating, unstructured reality of navigating rural historical events and actually organizes it. From the imperial cities all the way down to those desert oases, it gives you the specific tools to discover, share, and truly meet the people keeping this history alive.
And that shared experience is the ultimate goal outlined in the text. You transition from just being a spectator watching a performance from the sidelines to a participant actively engaging with the community's heritage.
Here's where it gets really interesting, though. Think about the long-term impact of a tool like Liqae. It solves the logistics of access, making these ancient, hyper-local Moussems available to a massive global audience of travelers.
Right, it opens the doors.
But the moment you succeed in bringing the world to a localized tradition to save it, you inevitably alter the nature of that tradition forever.
It's a bit of a paradox, yeah.
Definitely. How do you balance the preservation of a culture with the globalization of its audience? It's something to chew on the next time you're curating your own cultural playlist. Happy discovering on your own cultural journeys.